is my governor. And my governor is an asshole. He is an adulterer, a serial adulterer, and he also happens to look like he could be a president in a straight to DVD released movie. Okay? Some might consider that to be a pro. I don't know. Okay? Gruesome Newsom is from the state of California. Vice President Kamala Harris is also from California. Not entirely sure how that works, considering that Kamala Harris has been the vice president now and not exactly a senator from California any longer. So I don't know if there's like that constitutional hurdle to clear on that front. But regardless of that, double California ticket is ridiculous. California is already a deep blue state. Governor of California also has a lot of California stink for the rest of the country, considering the crime panic that swept up Sinclair Broadcasting and all local news and even network television for the past fucking 4 years, seemingly. The idea that like the Republican Bashar didn't get a vetting request, and only got it from Cooper from North Carolina, Kelly from Arizona, Shapiro from PA, Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, even though Whitmer said no, and Waltz and Pritzker. I haven't really talked about Waltz either. According to a person familiar, Bashir told CNN he hasn't been asked to submit info at this point. Nothing for Pete Buttigieg? Oh, God, fucking Ukrainian flag in the bio, Andy. Now, getting back to the hopefuls and getting back to all of that, let's talk about it. Consider that he's lying? No, he's not. That's copium. So, California is seen as a crime-ridden shithole where the youth are being transed with radio communication, telecommunication rays, and 5G coronavirus rays at an alarming rate for the rest of the country. Okay? So that California stink is not something that Governor Gavin Newsom is going to be able to wash off of himself. Some of that California stink is true. Like, when I say stink, I mean literally, like, there's a massive homelessness problem in the state. People are doing dookies on the street, and that is directly a consequence of his failure to govern and actually bring about housing policy that the people seemingly democratically vote for pretty much every fucking election and midterm election cycle. Okay? Californians love voting for every fucking bluest measure that they possibly could find. Okay? You put a goddamn blue measure on there. You put a measure like we have to restore the means of production to the working class. We have to put landlords in jail. Californians will vote for it. Okay? By overwhelming majorities. I've never seen a ballot measure that Californians have not considered to be a bad ballot measure, as long as it's like presented in clear terms and communicated to the population that it's actually a solid measure, with the exception of Prop 22. Yes. Having said that, there are hella fucking props. There are hella propositions that are literally like, we have to kill you if you fucking sell your house and it's worth over $5 million. And Californians would be like, oh, that seems like a great idea. Even motherfuckers with houses that are worth over $5 million would be like, yeah, I'll vote for that. Who cares? Except it never fucking happens. They pass the propositions, and then there's seemingly no motivation or no ambition to pass such things. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because, unfortunately, gruesome Governor Gavin Newsom runs the fucking goddamn state with an iron fist and refuses, or rather with an iron pen that he uses to fucking veto every goddamn measure, and refuses to actually follow through on the democratic wishes of the motherfucking population. Okay? It's true. He's Mr. fucking Veto. He's Mr. Veto. He is ass cheeks on that front. A lot of people think he's charismatic, and he certainly is. Okay? He will fuck your wife. He will fuck your girlfriend. He has, as a matter of fact. He probably has fucked your wife already. But I am putting him in the no shot category for the obvious reason that he is also from California. Now, Bashar, I like him. I would put him as my pick alongside JB Big Boy Pritzker. Okay. I really like Bashar. He is from the deep red state of Kentucky. He's one of the most popular governors in the state of, he's one of the most popular governors in the entire nation. He's a top tier pick. I think he's phenomenal. And I think he'd be even better as president one day. Okay. He's pro labor union. He's anti charter schools. He's uncompromising in terms of fighting for social justice causes. He has basically fucking described. He has basically fucking described like LGBT children as children of God, just like every other child. He is uncompromising in his protection for people from Kentucky. Doesn't even fucking matter if some right-wing shithead comes at him and tries to get him to apologize or cause controversy for taking photos with like drag queens or whatever in the Capitol. He says, nope, those are Kentuckians, and I will take that photo with them every single fucking time. I love that. We need some red state Democrats to actually grow a fucking set, all right? And he has that set. He's also the whitest motherfucker. He's also the whitest motherfucker on this list. Like, he's crazy white, okay? You see a photo of him and his family, and it's like a flashbang grenade opened up in a goddamn dark room. It is crazy, okay? He is the Lion of Louisville. Just like Bashar al-Assad is the Lion of Syria. He is the Lion of Louisville. He's the Lion of Lexington. I don't know enough about Kentucky, so those are the only two L cities that I could bring up. He'd be great. We need a cisgender, heterosexual, white man as the VP in a not dissimilar fashion to Barack Hussein Obama needed a racist ass, goofy ass white boy. Like, and Edinger Bentham calls this the cracker ticket. And he's right about that. We need a cracker. Okay. We don't need just any kind of white. We need a cracker white, okay? Possibly racist. You understand me? So, Bashar, I don't think he's racist, but I will say that he fits that cracker mold so perfectly. He literally looks. If you see a photo of his family, they all look related, and I'm not talking about him and his parents. I'm talking like literally everyone just looks related, including him and his wife. Anyway. So that's awesome. I'll put him on, obviously, possible options, considering he hasn't been vetted. Actually, fuck it. I'm going to put him as the pick. Okay? Tim Walz is the socialist leadership that America needs. I will get to Tim Walz in a second. Okay? I know. Remember, I hyped up Minnesota quite a bit. Minnesota is also a very important state for the Democrats. But like, We'll get to my socialist legend, okay? We'll get to my regime enjoyer, social democrat Tim Walz in a second. We're going to get there. We're not there yet, okay? Let me close these fucking tabs. Up next is JB Pritzker. That's right, the big boy from Illinois governor, also very popular. I think Edinger Bentham actually ranked him low. I don't even know why he did that. He gave Governor Pritzker, JB Pritzker, a C tier pick, called him a C tier pick, just like Tim Walz, as a matter of fact. What I said about him then remains true now. Good governor, especially by Illinois standards. Mediocre electoral record, especially given the circumstances of his races like Walz. He represents the states that Democrats need to assume they're winning if they are going to have any chance at even contending for an electoral college majority. Difference with Tim and the reason why he's above Walz is money. Put together, the Pritzkers are worth more money than God could near single-handedly wipe out Trump's post-conviction, post-assassination cash. That's nothing to sneeze at. I don't know why he's not. Wait, what? He doesn't really talk about his policies here, but JB Pritzker, big boy, very fat. I love that. Okay. JB Pritzker, also pretty fucking progressive, pretty uncompromising when it comes to social issues. All right. He's a little wishy-washy on Israel as well. I wouldn't say he's as bad as Shapiro on Israel. I don't even know what fucking Bashar has said about Israel. I just assume they're all Zionists, by the way, for the record, because of course they're all fucking Zionists. But having said that, it's the only billionaire that I have ever felt had somewhat of a kind heart. He hasn't really spoken out about Israel as much as Shapiro has, and certainly not as much as Bashar has. Bashar hasn't talked about Israel either. Sorry, that's what I meant. Remember you calling Pritzker a yabba dabba doo looking ass? I mean, look at him. Look at him. He literally looks like Big Justice grown up. He looks like he's a Costco kid. The fuck are we talking about? America needs a yabba dabba doo looking ass motherfucker. Okay? America loves representation. No matter how much people try to act like they don't love representation, they fucking love that shit. And what's more American than a fucking fat guy? Okay? 60% of the country is obese. JB Pritzker is obese. That's 60% of the vote. I don't make the rules. 60% of the country is white and obese. Think. What is Pritzker? White and obese. He will lock down the fat vote. He will lock down the white vote. Okay? His controversies are shit like this. Yeah, he's just another rich white guy. Took toilets out of his second mansion to avoid millions in tax. Yeah, it's shit like that. Okay? We're talking about people who will assume the role of the greatest war criminal. My fault. I mixed up my Pritzkis. I mean, it happens to everybody. Okay. Happens to the best of us. All right. Let's talk a little bit more about Pritzgoat. Okay. Declarations and what he's done thus far. You know, like his key accomplishments, I guess. He's the son of a pediatrician and an educator who grew up in the Philadelphia suburbs. Shapiro initially planned to follow in his father's footsteps to become a doctor, and he nearly flunked his orgo class in his freshman year of Rochester University. The only reason why you know a lot about this shit is because there's not really much else going on with his like time in, at the very least, time as a governor. He did get free breakfast for all public schools, which is pretty solid. The officer program. He was caught dead to rights with a fucking mineral map of Afghanistan. Okay. Why the fuck do you have that, Mayor Pete? He was also caught fixing bread prices in Canada when he was working at McKinsey. This man is bad. Okay. He's bad. He's terrifying. I don't like him. And we're talking about Mark Kelly. I don't like him, but he will. If we're talking about him